In this training, we're going to talk about some contact-related fields inside of SmartSuite. Namely, we're looking at the full name, email, phone number, and social network field types. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Storing personal information in SmartSuite is easier than ever. Let's go ahead and jump on into my screen and look at these 4 different fields that are going to help us collect personal information. So let's start off with the full name field, which I've already added here. We're going to go into modify field settings to take a look at what we can change about this field. Essentially, this field gives us 4 unique different fields or subfields inside of it that are going to collect different pieces for constructing a full name. We can opt into collecting all or just some of these different subfields. So by default, we'll start with just the first and last name, but notice that we can also add the middle name and or title. When you opt to add title, you can also then choose what different titles you want to include in your particular app. For now, I'll just stick with the 2 default types here. Of course, you could add as many different ones as you'd like, and we'll keep first and last name, and I will exclude the middle name. Notice that you also have the option of requiring text in this field, and we're going to go ahead and update this field. And now when we go to enter a name here, I'll click here, and this is what pops up. A drop-down with the available titles that we have. Then we can put in the first and the last name and click done. This particular field type is actually very popular inside of forms in SmartSuite because it allows us to collect all of the relevant data in the proper sub-field inside of this. So you're not getting confused as to what portion of a name is the first or last name, and it also ensures that we collect both the first and last name as well. Now let's look at the phone number field. We'll go into modify the field settings here. On our display format options, we can click here and choose only to show the number or to also show the number and the country flag, or the number, the country flag, and the phone type if we're collecting multiple. This is really helpful in the case where we're actually bringing in multiple phone numbers for a particular scenario. So let's say, for example, we'll update the field here and go ahead and add a fake phone number here. We'll go with 951-555-9999, and notice that when I'm entering that, I can choose if that's office, mobile, etc. So we'll go with office there. Also note that I can click back in here and change the country from which my phone is registered. So right now it's set up to be the US, but I can scroll on down. Let's say I'm from Austria. I can make that selection here, and then I get the country code in the front of that phone number as well, which is a really helpful feature. Let's go on to the email field. Nothing too crazy about the email field. We'll modify the settings here, and you'll notice that the display format doesn't have any other options for us to choose from. It's just going to output that email just as if it were text, except that when I go ahead and save this, I'll go ahead and enter my email address in here, and of course it just pops up like this. So if I were to click on that email from here, the reason this is different from a text field is it's actually opening up my email and allowing me to then send whatever email I want to send right there from inside of my SmartSuite account. Lastly, we're going to move to the social network field type. And with this particular one, if we go into modify the field settings, we can toggle on or off all of these different social networking sites. So let's turn off LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So let's toggle off Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll just stick with LinkedIn for this particular case. Update that field, and now all I see is that one LinkedIn insignia or logo. I'll flip now into my LinkedIn page, actually copy and paste my LinkedIn profile URL. Now let's go back into SmartSuite, and inside of my social network right here, I will just paste in that link that I just copied. Now when I do that, you'll notice that this is illuminated. The logo is filled out. And if I were to click this right now, what it does is opens in a new tab to that social media page. So really helpful feature if you are collecting social media accounts for people inside of your SmartSuite app. I know we just covered a lot on SmartSuite Contact. If you have any questions, go ahead and rewatch the video, and I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.